Hey, you're up. I stopped by the grocery store, picked up a loaf of that bread you like. So, you owe me $4. Although, I owe you $10 for that pizza the other night, so let's just call it even. Brittany? What's wrong?
You're a real bastard, you know that?
Look, what did I do now?
I knew you were a slime, but pulling something like this?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Brittany.
You told Raul where I've been working.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what, so he just walked into Marcino's on his own?
Are you telling me he saw you on stage?
He saw it all, JT. He knows everything thanks to you.
Don't even think about it. Sit down.
Did you finish with the jeans?
Yeah. What's next?
You know, I want to change that display over there. You want to start clearing it off?
Sure.
Are you okay? You've been kind of quiet all morning.
Just got a lot on my mind.
Anything you want to talk about?
You ever thought you knew somebody so well, and then you learn something about that person, it just totally blows your mind?
You talking about Brittany?
I told you about her new job, right?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out she hasn't exactly been doing what I thought.
She's not a singing waitress?
Oh, she's singing all right, among other things. She's working at a club called Marcino's.
Wait a minute, isn't that a...
It's a strip joint.
Are you telling me that...
That's exactly what I'm telling you. My girlfriend's a stripper.
So the internet buzz is good then?
Yeah, really good.
Phyllis's timing has been impeccable, Victor.
So where is the web guru? We launch tomorrow.
I don't think she'll be joining us.
Why is that?
Because she may be reeling in a big fish.
I guess Damon Porter has been sniffing around trying to start a dialogue.
Right, I think he's testing the waters, trying to see if we're still interested in him.
Uh-huh. Of course we're still interested. Question, though, is Phyllis Abbott the right person to deal with this important matter?
Bet you're thinking what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
Oh, that Damon Porter bit off more than he could chew where Phyllis is concerned.
What?
I'm worried.
What do you know?
Everything. I happen to know that you and Damon Porter concocted this elaborate plan where he'd be rubbing up against Phyllis to find out what's going on in Victor Newman's head. Yeah, I know all about it. Surprised, aren't you? Yeah, I figured it out on my own. And in fact, I'm thinking about going to Jack and telling him everything.
Okay, I get it. Damon had to tell you that he was working Phyllis for information. It was the only way to stick a cork in your mouth.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that. Why don't you get busy with getting him off of Phyllis before something unpleasant happens?
I'm all out of coffee, but I could offer you some herbal tea.
No, I'm such a coffee addict. Herbal tea would send me into shock.
Orange juice?
No, thanks. I just want to talk to you.
Well, sure. You seem just a little strung out.
Your vanishing act caused quite a commotion at Jabot.
Didn't realize I was supposed to punch a clock.
Yeah. And then, the blabbermouth put in her 2 cents about our dinner.
Let me apologize. I never would have invited you to have dinner if I'd known it was going to cause so much fallout.
Listen, it's not your fault. I didn't say no. But what's freaking me out is, I have a feeling that Drusilla's with my husband right now, telling him all about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm afraid you're right.
Hey there, beautiful. I didn't see you sitting over here.
Hey, Larry.
Whoa, that didn't sound too good. Would you mind if I sat down? You know, I'm not used to seeing you around here at this time of day.
Well, I had tutoring. Then I went home, and then I figured you'd drop me off here.
So you've had quite the busy morning then. Is that why your chin is so far down in that smoothie? No time to kick back, relax, enjoy the summer?
Larry, why do you care? No one else does.
Whoa, that's not true. In fact, you're one of my favorite kiddos on the whole planet.
That's just it. I'm a kid. And no one lets me do anything ever.
Brittany, I didn't say a word to Raul.
Then how'd he find out?
I don't know. Maybe he followed you, like I did.
You're lying to me.
No, Brittany, I'm not. Maybe it's a good thing Raul knows now.
A good thing? How could you say that? It was a disaster. I was in the middle of my act, and then there he was, staring at me. God, JT, I've never felt so naked in my life. He was so hurt, so disappointed. And then he got up, put his jacket over me. I completely broke down. I ran off stage to get dressed. I ran back out, and he was gone.
What did he say when you got home?
He never came in last night.
So you're gonna quit, right? Look, Brittany, there's no way Raul's gonna accept this.
Raul is so important to me.
Well, how important? Honestly. Enough to quit your job?
God, JT, I'm so torn.
See, this is what I never understood about your relationship. You know, you say he makes you happy, but it's...
No one has appreciated me the way Raul does.
Only he wants to change you.
He has never said that.
Yeah, he has, Brittany, only in about 100 ways. Look, you're the kind of chick who likes to push the envelope, try crazy things, lean out over the edge of the cliff just to see what's out there. But Raul, he's like, I don't know, he's all about settling down, having kids, and being sensible.
Is that so awful?
Well, look, you know, I mean, if you really like your job, you know, standing up there on stage, singing these hot, sexy numbers, taking your clothes off for strange
you
men,
know what?
then
You don't get it. I do that for money.
Okay, so you're telling me that you don't like people staring at you? You know, being the center of attention?
You're so clueless. I hate taking my clothes off like that. But I love singing. And I need the money. So welcome to the big grown-up world, JT. Everyone does stuff they don't like, okay? Everyone does. I bet even you.
Yeah, fine, you're right. But if you think Raoul's gonna be all, like, philosophical about this, you better think again.
Brittany's been working as a...
Stripper.
Wow, how did you find that out?
The guy who owns the club came in here the other day. Gave me his card, Bobby Marcino. Well, I sold him a necklace right out of that case.
Yeah, the butterfly one.
Yeah, well, Brittany came home yesterday, wearing it.
Bobby gave it to her?
Yep.
As a boss-employee thing, or... Let's see.
She said she had bought it for herself. I knew that wasn't true. That was one of a kind. So I figure I'm entitled to some answers, right? So I go to the club, and there's Brittany right up on stage in front of all these guys. Just...
It must have been such a shock.
You know, first I find out she's involved with somebody else. And then I find out how she's really been making a living.
Sorry.
I guess I should have seen it coming.
How could you?
Because this is what Brittany does. Things get a little rough, and she acts out. I should have known she would have done something like this.
You know, I think you're being way too hard on yourself.
No, not anymore.
What does that mean?
There was a time when I would have wondered what I did to cause this, but those days are finished. Brittany's a big girl. This is her life. If she wants to stand up on stage and take off her clothes and have all these guys throwing money at her, then that's her choice. But I'll tell you something. When she gets home at night, I will not be there.
Victor, we didn't choose Phyllis to deal with Damon.
He approached her.
He made the first move, yes.
Did he outright say that he was willing to leave Jabot?
Well, the man is more subtle than that.
But the fact that he made overtures at all.
How do we know he wasn't just trying to make a move on Phyllis?
We don't know that. But hey, I wonder if you'll have a job for me when Ashley comes back isn't exactly a great line.
He said that?
Those weren't his exact words, but apparently his meaning was quite clear.
Or it is what Phyllis reported to you?
Neither of us was there, Victor.
I've come to respect Phyllis Abbott as a webmaster, and I still think she's a loose cannon. And when it concerns something as important as Damon Porter possibly joining our company, I don't think that she's the one who ought to be dealing with him.
Well, I think we completely agree.
Yeah, somehow I don't think Damon would be as interested in talking to me.
Which is why I'm volunteering.
No, you're not the one who should be talking to him either.
What the hell does that mean?
You really think Damon could be taking a risk, huh?
Oh, I know he's taking a risk, and you do too. Although you're trying to cover, it's written all over your face.
I do have some small degree of concern that Phyllis may have gotten under his skin.
Do you think, I'm just asking, do you think perhaps that's why he bounced out of town for a few days, you know, to get his act together again?
It's possible.
Did you ask him if that's why he left town?
You know, Drew, Damon's a pretty cagey fellow. Doesn't like to reveal a lot of intimate details about his feelings.
Yes, I know this.
So he'll be staying cool.
What? Tell me you told him to stay away from Phyllis, Brad. Tell me you did that.
Oh, on the contrary. He's with Phyllis right now.
You've seen Drusilla.
Yeah, this morning. She was with Jack when I left.
Oh, God, great. She's ratting me out.
That was the impression she gave me. I tried to talk her out of it.
Any luck?
No. And get this. Do you know how she found out about our evening?
How? Was she standing behind a potted plant with her spy kit?
She talked the building manager into letting her into my apartment.
What?
She listened to my answering machine. Heard your message thanking me for loving you.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
I told her I was with you to find out as much as I could about the Newman operation. A reconnaissance mission of sorts.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Good. Is that the truth?
Is that how it felt to you? Like I was simulating my enjoyment?
Well, if you were simulating your enjoyment, you're good.
I wasn't. The truth is, it all sort of threw me.
Yeah, I think I got carried away.
I think we both did.
Right. And then the next day you disappeared. Just, like that. Genius R&D guy, right before the launch of Tuvia and Safra. And Drusilla seems to think there's a connection.
Yeah, she mentioned that. I told her it was none of her business.
Well, then you might tell me it's none of my business because I really have to ask you. Is there a connection? Why'd you leave?
So, who's making it tough to be you these days?
Mom, Dad, especially Dad. See, there's this gala coming up. Big fancy party, maybe held at the ranch. Raising money for some arts thing.
And what? You said that you couldn't go?
Oh, no, I can. But I just can't bring anyone, or at least who I want to bring.
Is this a boy person or a girl person you want to bring?
It's a boy, but we're just friends, I swear.
And your family is worried that it's going to be more like a date?
It's not. He's from my tutoring class. No big whoop.
You sure about that?
Okay, he's nice.
And
cute.
And
I think he likes me.
oh boy.
Oh, Larry, come on, don't say it like that.
So your old man, he just nixed the whole idea, right?
Well, I told him how unfair it was, but he wouldn't listen.
And how old are you again?
12.
Look, Cassie, don't get mad at me, all right? But I can see your dad's point of view here. 12 is a little bit young to start dating.
But it's not a date.
I know that's what you said, okay? But if you were my little girl, I would feel
I'm not little.
Okay, look, don't go blowing your stack at me. But your dad is always gonna see you like that, as his little girl. You might as well get used to it, okay? Because he wants to be real protective of you, especially when there's guys involved.
Great, so every guy I'm ever interested, forget it, he's not good enough?
No. But do you know why he's doing this? Because he loves you. And he doesn't want to see you getting into any trouble.
How much trouble can we get into in front of my whole family at this dumb gala?
I don't know. What does your mom say?
Well, I think that she at least got this no big deal. But, of course, she's too wrapped up in her own stuff to help me at all. Even though she said she would. Mom breaking a promise. What a surprise.
Hey, I'm sorry to see you so upset about this.
I mean, if she had just talked to my dad like she was supposed to. Maybe... I don't know. Oh, perfect. She's here. Probably to make a bunch more lame excuses.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, how are you doing, Sharon?
Pretty good, thanks. Well, this is a surprise. I thought you were at home.
Aunt Vicky dropped me off when she went to work.
Oh, speaking of which, I better be getting back to Jabot. Cassie, take care of yourself, all right? And keep that chin up.
Well, I'm leaving too.
Oh, honey, stay a minute. I'd like to talk to you.
See you too.
I don't have anything to say to you.
Well, good then. I'll do all the talking.
Mom,
Honey, sit. Please.
What? I gotta tell you, I've got a real bad feeling about this.
Give Damon some credit, Drew.
I give him tons of credit, but I give Phyllis more because she's one slippery bitch.
Just relax. Damon's strong, he's smart.
He's naive, he's idealistic, and I think you're telling me that he's alone with Phyllis right now?
I rode him pretty hard to stay with this. Get as much information as possible out of Phyllis. About Newman, Baldwin, whatever the hell's going on over there.
Are you high? Because this is some good stuff. I mean, it's real good.
Unfortunately, I don't think he has a stomach for it. In fact, I think this might be their last encounter.
Good, let's hope so.
Something happened between those two.
You better hope to hell it didn't. Because stuff like this has a way of catching on fire, Brad.
No, I don't think it got that far. But Damon realized that it could.
Doesn't make me feel any better. I'm nervous that he's alone with that Barracuda right now.
Damn it. I think we lost out on some valuable information.
At what cost? This is a very high price tag. Let's hope it just goes away without Jack ever finding out about it. Please keep me in the loop.
Why did I leave town? I had to deal with some things in my property in Georgia.
That was more important than the launch of Tuvia?
No, you're right. There was another reason.
What is it?
Our evening together took me by surprise, and I had to process it.
Did you?
Yeah. I realized it was crazy.
It was just a drinking dinner. It wasn't really crazy.
You're married, and you're the boss's wife.
You're not gonna hold that against me.
You know, besides, I could have been reading the situation entirely wrong. Perhaps the feelings I was having weren't shared.
Damon.
I mean, hey, you know, who's to say you weren't working me? Hmm?
I wasn't working you. That was a horrible evening for me. My husband was a jerk. And you came to my rescue, and I was grateful. You were very sweet, and you were sensitive. And I don't regret that evening for a second. I don't regret it for a second.
Ashley Carlton's room, please.
Hello?
Hi, baby. How's my girl?
Wonderful, now that I'm talking to you.
I've been thinking about you guys. How's Abby doing?
She's having a great time seeing all the sights with Francis.
What have you been up to since I left? Doing a lot of resting, I hope.
Oh, honey, too much resting. I'm starting to go nuts.
It's all for a good cause, honey.
I know. A healthy baby.
And a healthy mommy. Not to mention an expectant father who needs constant reassuring that his wife is following doctor's orders.
Yeah, well, I promise I've been a very, very good girl. So now tell me, what's going on? Everything set to go for the launch of the Tuvia line tomorrow?
All under control, honey.
No last-minute hitches?
Hey, listen here, all right? You're there to relax and stay away from all the tension and stress. No more questions.
Just one more question. Do you miss me?
You know I do. I miss you, I miss Abby. At this point, I even miss Francis.
Well, that's good to hear, because guess what? We're all coming home tomorrow.
What?
Yeah. I want to be there for the big day.
So, how long you been here?
Can I go?
No, you may not.
Look, this is dumb. There's nothing for us to talk about. If you're sitting there thinking you can tell me you're sorry a couple times, and that'll make me feel better.
Cassie, I know that you were upset that your father said you couldn't invite Adam to the gala, but you have to understand where he was coming from.
I understand totally. He's too wrapped up in how he feels because I'm starting to grow up. So because of that, I can't ask a friend to keep me from being bored stiff all night.
Well, you're right about your dad having mixed feelings. I'm sure most dads do.
Yeah. Larry told me all about that. So what? It sure doesn't help me.
Well, what if I told you I did?
What?
Help you.
What do you mean?
After I saw how upset you were, I went to Nick's office and I had a talk with him on your behalf. So, if you're not in too big a hurry to get away from me, I'll tell you how it went.
Brittany, I'm on your side. I'm just trying to point out a few things you haven't thought about.
Well, don't, okay? I don't need you to help me.
Hey, whatever you say, I just think you should listen
Stop,
to me.
okay? I don't want to hear
Brittany,
it.
listen to me. I'm serious about this. I don't know why, but I worry about you. You're too hung up on money. Look, if you don't want to take your clothes off, then you shouldn't do it. No matter how much cash those guys throw at you.
It isn't that bad.
Yeah, well, it is if it makes you feel bad. If it's something you have to hide. I mean, come on, Brittany. There's so many other cool jobs out there. Besides, you have to admit, that Bobby guy, he's pretty sleazy.
No, he isn't. He gave me a chance. He offered me a job, JT.
No. He's got you doing what he wants, and he's making you think it's what you want.
That's not the way it is.
Well, maybe not. I mean, he did say that you begged him for the job.
I needed a change, damn it.
What, do you think this is how all those big stars got their start? Singing in strip joints?
No.
Look, if you want to sing, hell, go for it. But Marcy knows it ain't gonna get you where you want to go. It's a dead end, Brittany. But you know what? It's your life. Do what you want. One thing's for sure, though. You stay on there, it's gonna cost you your relationship with Raul. He can't live with this, Brittany. There's no way. It's not in him.
Have you talked to Brittany about this?
Nope.
Well, maybe you should.
What is she gonna say, Lauren? Is she sorry?
Yeah? You know, maybe she is.
Yeah, she's sorry that I walked in and saw her.
People make mistakes. It happens a lot. I know I have. If you just
Lauren,
sit down with her.
Look, please. I appreciate what you're trying to do. But I am not ready to talk to Brittany. In fact, right now, I don't even want to look at her.
You know, I've got this appointment, but I could cancel it if you want me to.
Thanks. But I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. I'll be back in an hour.
You talked to Dad? About me bringing Adam?
I sure did. I made a special trip to his office. And I was able to persuade him to change his mind.
Seriously? I can bring Adam?
Yes, you may.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Well, the gala's back on at the ranch again, which I think helped.
This is so great. Now it'll be a total blast. Thanks, Mom, for talking to Dad.
When I saw how crushed you were, I was happy to do it.
Look, I really appreciate this, but...
I know. We still have a long way to go. But it's a baby step, right?
Well, I have to get going, but thanks again.
Why don't you think that I'm the one that should deal with Damon Porter?
Because, my darling, you have your hands full with a new line.
No, I'm sorry. That is the same excuse you used when you told me you decided to mentor Nicholas, and it's damn condescending.
It has nothing to do with condescension, nor is it an excuse. You're too busy with the new line to take on another task.
This was the first time that you came up with the "you're too busy to handle it" excuse, or if this was the first time that you adopted the "let the boys handle it" attitude, then maybe I would not be overreacting, but this is getting to be a habit with you, and I don't like it.
This may not come as news to you, but I run my business as I see fit. And I've decided that you're not the person to handle Damon Porter, right? I will talk to him myself.
Great. Mr. Subtle. You know, you have a better chance of scaring him off than any of us, including Phyllis.
Have you ever asked yourself the question how I achieved all this?
You know what, Dad? That's your answer for everything. I'm rich and I'm powerful, so therefore all my answers must be perfect. This is obviously a boys' club meeting. I better show myself out. Good luck with Damon Porter. You're gonna need it.
I do not like your attitude.
I hope you're kidding me.
Surely you understand. I mean, Tuvia is my baby.
The only baby you should be worried about right now is the one inside you.
Honey, the rollout is a monumental event, and I've created most of those products. Don't you think I deserve to be there?
I'd rather you concentrate on our son's rollout, honey.
What do you mean, son? You know something I don't?
Ah, wishful thinking. No, I really don't care if it's a boy or a girl.
Sweetheart, tomorrow is an historic event for Jabot, and I really, really want to be a part of it.
I'll call you with all the details.
Are you sure you're being honest with me? Is everything really all right?
Couldn't be better.
What about the competition?
What, Newman Safra? I'll blow him away.
You sound extremely confident.
Why shouldn't I? We'll have Newman eating our dust.
And what about Damon Porter? Is he still working out?
Guy's a wizard. He stepped up to the plate. He's doing a fantastic job.
Packaging?
Beautiful. Everyone loves it.
And what about the initial sell-in?
Gangbusters. Trust me, we've got all the bases covered. You're not needed back here.
Thanks a lot.
You know what I mean.
It's just that I feel so isolated. I'm going to miss out on all the action.
Well, that's the idea, honey. This is one time when your health and the health of the baby are more important than anything else in the world. Ash, you there?
I suppose you're right.
I know I am. You just stay put. Take care of yourself, and I'll call you again tomorrow.
Promise?
I promise. Give Abby a kiss for me.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
The point is, under the circumstances,
You don't want to hang out with me?
well, people will forever be assuming that you're scamming me or vice versa.
Yeah, right. Or, something bad is happening.
The evening wasn't completely innocent.
It was just a goodbye kiss.
Well, sometimes a thing like that can be,
Could lead to more, right? Well, I trust myself to know that that would never happen.
I'm not so sure I can say the same thing.
Oh. Okay. Well, then, this is probably for the best.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I guess we should say goodbye.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Porter. Victoria. Hello. Now? Sure. Why don't you come on by the apartment? Yeah, all right. I'll see you soon. Bye. So where were we?
We were saying goodbye.
Right, yes.
Well, I'm sure our paths will cross.
I do hope so. Goodbye, Phyllis. Jack is, he's lucky.
I'll be right with you. What are you doing here?
You didn't come home last night.
Does that surprise you?
So have you had it with me? Is it over between us?